Hobby question of the day. Miniature wargaming. Miniature wargaming. We have these miniatures. We've got terrain, or maybe in this case, no terrain. And we're creating this narrative. We're taking the rules. We're taking the mission. We're trying to step out of space and time, and for that moment, exist in that universe, whether it's Warhammer 40K or Battletech. There's a lot of gaming universes out there that are amazing to explore that, for whatever reason, not always being viable or licensing, not possible. But if you had your choice to play in a gaming universe, a narrative, a franchise, what would that be? What would your vote be? I'm just kind of curious to get an idea of some of the different systems that might be out there, or that could be out there, or that you wish were out there. My vote, and it's not entirely fair, so we should amend it, because I am aware at one point such a game existed, but it wasn't fully, it was commercially available, but it was more in development mode, and all the pieces weren't released, and certainly the audience size just wasn't there. My vote for a game, a war game that I would love to play, I would go out right now and start playing it. I love the narrative. I love the characters. I love the storyline. Babylon 5. I love Babylon 5 on there. And to play that, the space battles, to play that, first of all, it'd be awesome to get a Babylon 5 model on the table. But to play the capital ships and to kind of fight the Shadow War and all that type of stuff on there, that would be really, really cool. Especially if it was kind of a hybrid system where, on the one hand, I wouldn't want a space combat game to be so easy, just kind of move around and roll some dice and play some cards, unless it's done really well. I have to say, a sleeper spaceship war game. It does have Battleship Galaxies. I know, right? As soon as we say Battleship, that's like pushing up there for Monopoly. But Battleship Galaxies is a really well done, fast play, easy to learn type space combat game on there, set in kind of a generic type universe. And I know there was supposed to be a part 2 release on there. Never really happened. So it could be well done and simplistic in a good way like that. On the other side, I wouldn't want it to be so complex or overly complex where it just becomes calculations and figuring things out, and we lose sight of the fast and furious play. So somewhere in the middle there, where it plays fast, it would play furious. I've got my miniatures. I've got everything. I would love to jump in to that Babylon 5 space battle narrative. Turning it over to you, and it doesn't have to be sci-fi. It doesn't have to be battles in space. It could really kind of be anything. If you had access to jumpstart your own type of game, and all the narratives were open, all the IPs were open, anything on there, licensing, good to go, what would be your vote?